Hey, welcome back to the show. It's Thursday, getting close to the weekend. So interesting point I want to piggyback on again. We're going to talk about this a little bit more in detail here in a second. But it's interesting that I've been hearing this rhetoric come up again, and to me, they're saying that Trump is a racist. Trump's a racist? I don't know. Let's talk about that.
Break 'em on. This is America First Radio. Patriots, get your ears on because we're blowing the speakers out.
Lefty G. It is time for the Lefty G Show. The only show to get you right. Get ready to get right with Lefty. Your voice taking you down Freedom Road. Now, here's your host, Lefty G.
Let's hit the fucking road!
Yeah, so that's the new rhetoric coming in from the hysterical leftoids out there that Trump is a racist. Boy, yeah, that's rich. You know, here's the thing. Let's kind of peel back here a little bit and talk about this. You know, let's talk about how Camel Toe Harris is really coming apart at the seams. Her run is really beginning to stall for the presidency. The wheels are coming right the fuck off of her campaign. And I think the more that they see, they meaning us and them, and I think more that they see of her, the less people like her, quite frankly. I mean, look at Saturday Night Live most recently did a pretty funny little skit including her. And when Saturday Night Live starts motherfucking the Dems, the jig is up. It's over for them. But yeah, I think less and less people are not liking her. And, fact is that she has a historical prius of being an unlikable piece of shit. She was the most hated DA in Allen County, California, Allen County history. 95% of her staff quit. And so now, this day, she's trying to play the nice lady routine. But everyone knows that there's no nice lady with her at all. And of course, just as Iran, used all of its terrorist states, of Hamas and Hezbollah to attack Israel, almost like surrogates there. The Harris campaign is using surrogates to come up with, this big smear campaign that Trump is Hitler. And of course, nothing at all can be farther from the truth, about Trump being Hitler, of course. First of all, his grandchildren are Jewish. His son-in-law is Jewish, and his daughter converted to Judaism. It's one of the greatest lies that I've ever heard in recent times, all this rhetoric that somehow he's equated to Hitler. But then again, Libby Lou who's throw the word around, like fascist, they throw it around in everything. And it's greatly diminished both words, fascist and racist, because the blue hairs just can't seem to come up with another fucking word. And it's insulting to both Trump and every Jewish person in America, quite frankly. Every rabbi that's out there should be protesting in outrage at this crap comment by Harris and by the Democrats, by the way. But where are they? Where are these rabbis? I've really lost, a lot of faith. As a matter of fact, I'll go on a limb and say I have zero faith in American rabbis. These liberal rabbis are really worse than Woody Allen to me. But anyway, let's enough of that. Let's go back to Harris. But the fact here is Kamala Harris's veneer is beginning to come off. The more they see her, the less people like her. Voters are running away from her. She was the least liked Democratic presidential candidate in history. And then, Hollywood had no choice but to reinvent her. First they had her not answer any questions. For weeks, it was just complete fucking word salad. then they changed tactics. And since then, she started answering questions and having conversations with people, and it's been a downward spiral from there, thank God. She just, quite frankly, is not a very likable person. And this newly created persona of her in the let's all get along type thing is not working at all. It's not selling at all. And, to kind of go back and speak of Hitler a little bit, in his book, I'm a voracious reader, and I think Hitler was a piece of shit too, by the way. But in his book, Mein Kampf, Hitler wrote that if the Jew did not exist, we should have then to invent them, quote unquote. To continue the quote, he said, "It is essential to have a tangible enemy and not merely an abstract foe." So let's think about that for a minute. So what the left has done is create a tangible enemy in Donald Trump. He's not really what they say he is, and they know this deep down in those rotten fucking guts of theirs. They know this. But this rhetoric is all part of the mass hysteria movement propagated by the left. And the quote-unquote new Jews for the liberal Democrats is Trump and his supporters. The hatred that that they have for Trump is at the same fever pitch as was the hatred for Jews in early Nazi Germany, quite frankly. Let's remember that for 3 years now, Biden and Harris attacked the patriarchy, they attacked the family, they attacked the church, they attacked the police, they attacked white people, they attacked the military, they attacked capitalism, they attacked conservatives, and quite frankly, they attacked the Bible itself. They're all hate piñatas for the hysterical, deranged liberals, every single one of those topics. They attacked anyone for anything that the liberal media told them to hate. And suddenly, with Kamala, they're not playing the hate game anymore. So the fact is, we are now seeing that hatred is becoming mainstream, especially on news outlets like CNN, MSNBC, and any other lefty channel that anyone else can think of right now. Every person, and I'm going to say this very clearly, every person has the right to utter what they think is truth, and every other person has then the right to knock them down for it. Because quite frankly, martyrdom is the test of us all, period. Now, I think, when I say that, what do I mean by martyrdom is the test? Well, here it is, quite frankly. Are you willing to die for your beliefs? Let's hope you don't have to. And anyone can shoot off their mouths. And in today's world, we choose which side we're on by who we hate. And if you hate Donald Trump, then you, by that connection, you also hate white people. From there, you've concluded as a liberal that all people that voted for Trump are racist, which on its face value is fucking absurd. But the left's unhinged hatred and anger allow you to believe it, allow them to believe it. And today, the word racist, in my opinion, is used the same way the word communism was used in the early 1950s. Remember that famous McCarthyism phrase, are you now or have you ever been a communist sympathizer? Quite frankly now, racist, the word racist is the left-wingers' new tone word. It's the new word that fits all they hate. So, that's where we're at today. The irony is that, the party which started on racist beliefs and a racist platform, the Democrats, 1823, I just talked about it in the last show, but the party of Democrats that started their party, that the party was founded on the idea of slavery and racism, is now attempting to hunt racists, to call people out for being racist. The irony is stifling. I guess the Democrats just don't like competition in the racist market, huh? Whatever. It's ridiculous. But the left is using all of its surrogates, as I said before, left-wing media outlets is what I mean, to smear Trump. So we don't really look at their candidate, who is Kamala. It's a whole big hide-behind campaign. And we are in a new mass hysteria point. The hatred is in the air. We are living in a state of hate in which mental pollution is now worse than, I would say, air pollution. And the most accessible and most comprehensive of all unifying agents is hatred. And hatred is spreading like a virus into all willing hosts. And it's not coming from Donald Trump or the right. It's coming from Kamala Harris and the left. This unified knee-jerk that liberals have, no matter what their other differences are, they all commune on the fact that they on the hatred for Donald Trump, hatred of conservatives, and quite frankly, hatred of its voters. And this is just one of many cases of mass hysteria infecting America today and the society today. And it's likely to be very destructive if we don't get rid of this and start calling this hatred out for really what it is. Look at what the Democrats have done. You want to talk about having to hate a group of people, right? Look at what the Democrats have done to this country. 20 million illegal aliens, many of them infected with untreatable tuberculosis. Let me say that again. Untreatable tuberculosis, where your fucking lungs ooze out of your body. Painful. And this strain of tuberculosis is untreatable. 20 million illegal aliens, many of them infected with untreatable tuberculosis. And think about this, folks. When we bring in millions and millions of people from third world, or I like to call it now turd world countries, like Central America, South America, Africa, or the fucking Middle East, they're all unvaccinated, they're all uninspected, and many of them are infected with diseases that this population here in the United States has never fucking seen before. And we are liable to see a massive epidemic in this country because of this. Frankly, these are the crimes that I would say, these are crimes, and I would say that these are crimes against humanity conducted by the Harris-Biden regime, by the Democrat Party. Crimes against humanity, period. Now look, I mean, and that I'm not even going to get into, the recent things where they're now remilitarizing the Justice Department against anyone who's supported Trump. Most recently they went after Giuliani. The guy that basically cleaned up New York City and got rid of the mafia. Yeah, they went after him simply because he supported Trump. So their hatred and their fervor for that hatred, I would say, is on par with the Nazis or the Reds in communist Russia. I really would. This country is about to be destroyed from within if we don't stop the likes of Biden and Harris and the liberal hysterical agenda. I'm going to say this as frankly as I can. Trump is our last hope to restore this country. We cannot have another 4 to 8 or more years of these fucking Democrats. We just can't do it. Our country is going to be in severe danger if we. And already we're seeing the effects of this degradation of years and years of Democrat rule, and we have to put a stop to it. So that's it. Get out to the polls. We're coming down to the finish line. We're eyeballing just a couple of less than a week and a half, or maybe a week and a half, topped out on that, away from kicking these cocksuckers out of the White House. We got to see it done. So please join me. Get out there. Let's start the fight that way. Let's start to retake our country. But don't forget to please like and subscribe and hit the bell button to continue being part of the Lefty G experience. And as always, peace through strength. Love you guys. Good night.